But I don't understand something. If there can be people like Nick, who has no leg, no arms, but who inspire so many people, what's the excuse for failing again? There's no reason to fail. Yes, my name is Bleboo. I'm from Ghana, and I'm from Wisda in the Faculty of Medicine and Pharmacy. I'm the third year, and I'm coming to show you how to overcome your life challenges and to enable you to achieve your goals. But before that, let me tell you a bit about myself. I am the last of 7 children who is born from a marriage which did not work out. And as you all know, anytime marriage did not work out, it is the mother that takes charge of taking care of the children. My case too was not different. My mother, who was not financially sound, was a petty trader, has to look after me and my other brothers and sisters. So because of this financial problem, there were a lot of challenges growing up, from what to eat and from to where to stay, what to stay. And I remember one day my mother was quarreling with people because she could not pay the things she bought on credit. So I realized something was not right. So it dawned on me that now, if I'm not careful, my life is going to be like this. But I don't want my life to be like this. So I must do something about it. So I decided to begin the process to become who I am today, to change the situation that has been there. So it is true, these experiences, these ups and downs, that has made me learn these lessons I'm going to share with you today. It is often said that he who experiences it tells it better. So let's get to the principles. Now, the first principle is to believe that we are not on this earth by accident. These are considered to be the foundation of life. Because when you think about this and you really convince yourself that this is true, whatever you put your mind to, you'll be serious and you know that at the end of the day it will be good. Because we are not on here by accident. There's a purpose for which we are created. So by all means, when I begin the process, I'll get there. Now, the second one is to identify the challenge or the problem. It's just like if you don't identify the problem, it's just like you enter into a taxi and just petit taxi, enter. You are going, you don't know where you are going. Like, you have to know the problem. Like, identify it, that this is the problem. In my case, I have to identify that it's poverty. So much poverty that when I go to my friends are happy. When I come home, there's no joy. Because of that's so much poverty. That's from where I'm starting. So you have to identify the challenge or the problem. Now, the next principle is to persevere, but not to endure. Now, what's the difference here? When you are persevering, you are able to move despite the challenges or oppositions. But when you are enduring, the only thing to do is you remain static and move. You don't move, you remain static and absorb the pressure. But in our case, we are identifying the problem that we want to solve, which is like a distance away from you. So if you don't move, that means you remain static. That is, you are enduring. But you need to move, you need to persevere so that you can reach that goal. Now, the next principle is to keep your eye on the reason why you started. Now, I want someone to tell me how you can measure the distance from here to this place. I want someone just tell me. You. This you. Yeah. Just tell me how you can measure this distance from here to that place. No, don't think so much.
4 or 5.
What?
You want to measure this distance from here to that place. The distance.
Use a tool.
You use a tool or whatever you use to measure the distance. But the most important thing is you have to know where you are starting from. And you must keep your eye on it. If you don't keep your eye on it, it will be very difficult for you to measure if you are moving or you are not moving. So the next principle is what? To keep your eye on the reason why you started. Because at the end of the day, that's what is going to help you measure from where you started and from where you are going. For me, it is keeping the eye on where I'm starting from. That's what enables me to hear me saying, I've done something. So for you to measure, you need to keep your eye on from where you started, or the reason why you started, or from what you are running from. Now, you have to check your company, which is the 5th principle. Because if the people you surround yourself with will affect whatever you do. When you surround yourself with pessimistic people, you become a pessimist. When you are in a company of hopeful people, you become so hopeful to achieve anything. I'm coming to show you a picture. You are going to tell me what you see. What can you see?
Happy people. Very happy people.
Good company.
friends, and with a smile on.
Smiling.
To be like these people, they've never had any problem in this life.
Yeah.
We are so happy. This is what the picture we took from our biochemistry class, where everything, nobody understood anything. Everybody was confused. So I met these people. They were all happy. Ah, what is happening to these people? Are these people correct? So they said, I went to them. What is happening? They said, oh, we don't understand, but we will understand. They are hope, even though the situation seems bad, but they are hopeful inside. So make sure you get your people to surround yourself with God. Very hopeful people. Now I was thinking, but this one, it seems only the guys are smiling. So let me go to check the ladies and see. They are no, I want to meet these people too.
Okay.
They are more than smiling. So like, is that there are a group of people who are so optimistic, and those are the kind of people who you must associate yourself with in case you want to do something great. When I was in senior high school, that's a friend of mine who very optimistic. The thing is hard, but he said we will do it. Small, we begin the process. But if you were to be so pessimistic, you say this thing we can't do it, let's just quit. So you have to take your company, very important. Now, the fact that you are trying to achieve something, but it seems so far away, you are stretching so hard to reach it, does not mean that you are lacking in everything. There's something you have in abundance, but it's just that that's not your focus. And what is not your focus is what someone somewhere is struggling so hard to just reach, just to survive. So maybe paying the rent for a needy person next door, a word of encouragement for someone who is depressed, or paying the electricity bill, the hospital bill for someone who can pay. Because after all, what's the essence of life? It's the ability to put a smile on the face of someone. Because that is the utmost, the greatest value life can offer you. Thank you so much.